That's awesome news, Isla. I'm assuming you're talking about your channel. Fuck something up here. Oh, I don't know what it is yet. I'll figure it out. I'll put my finger on it soon. Something's fucked up, but I cannot figure it out yet. Anyways, I hope everybody's well. The numbers are fucked up. Maybe that's what's going on. The YouTube. What am I missing? Oh. Anyways, regardless, I hope everybody's doing well, regardless of how many people it says is here. I know you're here. Um, if what did you have for dinner? If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. Why did I have to do this? I never have to do these things. There's been a gremlin in my computer. My channel, this show, oh, well, that has to be a glitch then. But put that in the Discord. You can put it, I don't know if you're a member of my Discord yet, Iowa. I can send you an invite. Or you can just message it to me and I'll post it. That would be incredible. Yeah, right. Ooh, okay. Tell me what you guys had for dinner. Now I'm getting a little bit happy and hungry. Okay. Kalbasa and hash brown taters sounds good. 1.5 cents like I'm laughing at that. Lord. And now I'm gonna look. Thank you for sending me that. Hubby has to make a flying trip to his parents. Oh, hope everything's okay. And you're eating egg rolls. I think that's totally appropriate. Egg rolls are great. I like egg rolls. Tin Man had jambalaya with chicken and andouille sausage. That sounds pretty yummy, I will tell ya. Um, I haven't eaten yet all day. Just realized that. But that's okay. So I will eat later. I have some, I think noodles that I'm gonna have. I think noodles. It's just me. It's just my Friday night by myself, so gonna go big with the noodles. Um, I also have some chores to do that I've been avoiding doing, but we all have to do them at some point. Yeah, I think noodles are pretty good when you have them. Anyways, I was over in Collins stream earlier today, and your boyfriend bought a double quarter pounder with cheese and large fries. So isn't that just a half pound? A half pounder? Courtney's gonna have potato chips, but I wish I had noodles. Noodles are like almost a staple food in my house because if we don't have them, then I um, get all upset because I'll eat them dry sometimes. I'm like trying to figure out how much to say here. I'm like, do you want to admit your noodle rage or what? Also I eat a very like specific type of noodle, which is like a okay, and Smarties aren't the same in the States as they are in Canada, Mayor, just so you know. So to me, you're not snacking on Smarties. Courtney, it's worse. I don't eat the noodles, just the seasoning packets. Oh, that's the truth though. I don't bother with the noodles. I used to, but I don't now. Okay, search for Spock had venison stew, cornbread made with Alabama cornmeal. Sounds good. I probably shouldn't admit I've never had cornbread. And then homemade ice cream and leftover apple pie. Smarties. So if they're chalky, Are they chalky, Mayor? Are they dusty? That's the biggest distinction here. If they're chalky, then those are something we call sweet tarts in Canada. And they come in like a long tube, right? Well, I was always told Smarties are different. Hold on. Hold on. I have a computer. Oh, so dumb. I'm such a dumbass. Okay. I'm just gonna look it up on 1 second. Canadian Smarties are oval-shaped pieces of chocolate. Oh, sorry. In Canada, they're raw. So oval-shaped pieces of chocolate coated by a layer of candy similar to M&Ms, whereas American Smarties are chalky, stackable candy in plastic wrappers. I will. Am I? Does that, yeah. So ours are just chocolate with candy on the outside. Better than M&Ms. 1,000 times better than M&Ms. These are like, they come in a box, and when you shake them, they make a very satisfying noise. Oh yeah, we should do that soon. I will maybe we'll make a date for a movie night next week. Speaking of, let's get to the court. I shit you not. It took me 3 seconds to decide if we were going to watch this or not. And it was all in the first 3 seconds. I'm going to switch over here to the you don't need to know what it's called, but and so I paused it right there. I was like, good enough for me. We're going to watch it. See, now what the fuck has happened here? See, just me with my thing. I don't know why it did that. Anyways, um, so you just go watch. Right. Yes, I was doing something new today, but then I had a really weird day and I am not doing something new now. Gonna do that next Friday. But thanks for the reminder, Denali, Mike. Um, I just wasn't on my game today, so wasn't able to do that. But we're gonna do it next week. It was too short a timing to call on Lisa too. And for me to honestly figure out how to get Lisa on the screen along with this shit, along with that. So yeah, well, these are all reaction videos. I'm reacting to this. I haven't seen any more than 3 seconds. So this is a subpar plain M&Ms. But this is a reaction video. We will do it. It's a test for me too, Denali Mike. It's going to be the state capitals and the states, and I'm going to try and know them all. But we're going to watch a video as we go so that somebody's telling us the right answers. Hi, Dana. Yeah, let's watch what's going on here with Megan and Jameson.
Good morning, everyone. We're here for the 9:30 Bothell Municipal Court calendar, which I've already done my introduction earlier. So, Mr. Parent, good morning. Are we ready?
Morning, Your Honor.
Matters.
Yes, we can address Travis Jameson.
All right,
This is
that
on
matter.
for review.
I do see that. And Mr. Jameson, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oops, sorry, give me just a second. I need to get to the right screen here. I have too many open.
Tell me about it.
Mr. Jameson is here. Looks like there was there a warrant? Let me take a look here.
There is, Your Honor.
All right, outstanding warrant in this case. All right. Mr. Parent, I'll hear from you. This is cause number 37631.
And Your Honor, we're asking the court first off to quash the warrant in this case. Mr. Jameson informed me that he was in a pretty significant accident on June 21st of this year. He was hospitalized for quite some time, and currently he's doing physical therapy in an adult care home in Seattle. I can provide that address in the chat to Madam Clerk. And that's obviously had a significant impact on his ability to comply with the court's orders.
He's going to slide into the clerk's DMs in the chat. Also, that's a great reminder. Please like the video, guys. It's very helpful.
However, he is on the wait list for DVMRT that was confirmed by the probation report provided by Mr. Silcox. And so he seems to be at least now making strides to comply.
So I show that he was supposed to set up DVMRT on the 24th, which I think was Tuesday. Did that happen?
Yes, he called in to Ms. Sprague, and he is on the wait list for that.
Okay. That unfortunately was not in the report that I got from Mr. Silcox. At least I don't see
It
that.
might have been kind of buried in there. I think I just happened to see it by chance.
So I see on the last paragraph, he says on 10:04, the defendant called, probation provided the number for DVMRT and set a hearing for November 1st.
Oh, okay. Maybe that might have been the reference, but
And defendant emailed to set up DVMRT on 10/24. And so Mr. Silcox just wanted the proof of hospitalization. And that we just set this out 60 days for him to become enrolled. So first thing I'd like to know, Mr. Jameson, first off, you're here, so I will quash the warrant. But the question is, have you done what needs to be done to set up DVMRT? Did you take care of that on Tuesday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Walter, welcome. A Badcock, the furniture store with the funny name. William, welcome. Debs is here too. Dana's here. Let me know what you had for dinner. Oh, Canada is cold, but Florida's warm. Walter, you're rubbing it in. So jealous. It's very cold here today. And I don't like it. I would like to be in the Florida sun still, let's put it that way. Anyways, owning the gray. Yeah, it's my fucking hoodie. I wear a lot of gray, I guess, but this is my hoodie that I wear when it's cold. Or actually, I'm looking around. I'd probably have like a majority gray hoodie thing going on. So yeah. Meatloaf and corn. That's great sounding, Dana. Debs, you haven't eaten. Have you eaten breakfast? Or is it what time is it, Debs? You're in the UK, right? She's a maker. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Let me know what you have for dinner. If you're like, well, I'm at dinner, tell me what you wish you had. You know this thing. Oh, is that right? Instagram. 1:22 a.m. Ooh. You could have like a snack. I'm talking about ramen. Ramen's like a totally 1 a.m. snack. Totally fine.
I called and I was informed that it's currently, the class is currently full, so I was placed on a waiting list.
Okay, very good. All right. Miss Yell, sorry about that. I haven't allowed you to speak yet. What's the city's position?
The city recommends following Mr. Stolcock's recommendation of just continuing this out 60 days to allow Mr. Jameson to enroll in treatment, get the DV-MRT handled, and just get some of these requirements taken care of.
All right. All right, so everybody appears to be in agreement that I give you a couple months to get things kind of squared away. Does that sound like a plan, Mr. Jameson?
Yeah, it does, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I have quashed the warrant. I'm going to set this matter. Sorry. All right. I have a number of forms I need to fill out. So give me just a moment to make sure that I'm up to speed on this.
Okay,
All
Josh.
right.
Please don't like talk us through your form lines. It's
Dun, dun. So we're going to set this out of months. So
Megan's on the move. Okay, look at her kitchen. What's that on top of the fridge? That's a
that'd put us at the end of December. But let me take a look here because I have to figure out when my reviews are. It doesn't look like I have one then. So let's pop into, yep. I'm going to set it to January 3rd at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay. By January 3rd, do you think you can appear in person at the Bothell Municipal Court? How are you doing on that as far as coming along with your physical therapy?
Well, they said it can take anywhere from so I had to get my leg amputated, and they said it can take anywhere from 6 months to a year to get a prosthetic. And I'm currently in physical therapy, so I don't want to commit to something I'm not 100%.
Okay, talk about under fucking selling that, attorney. Did we hear that before? I didn't hear that. Did I miss the attorney saying that?
Certain of.
Right. And I understand that. Sorry to hear about that. I'm going to change that date then. No, cancel. I'm going to set this to a Zoom calendar then. So I'll set it to a 9:30 hearing. So let's just try this again. I'm going to set it to a Friday morning again. So I'll just pick Friday, January 5th. Does that work?
Yeah, that works, Your Honor. Thank you.
So just to Madam Clerk, it looks like the in custody is what I have. Will that be what I click on here? Sorry.
Hold on, Your Honor.
Yeah. I mean, I could put it on an arraignment calendar, but I think that would be counterproductive.
Yes, the in custody calendar is the one we would add it to.
Okay. All right. So I have done that. I've put it to 9:30 in the morning on January 5th, which is a Friday. If it will, oh no, it's not going to let me. Okay. Sorry. I'm learning how to do this. There we go.
We noticed.
Yes, Madam Clerk.
That's fine, Your Honor. I'll discuss it with Madam Administrator after court. The time is fine. It's just for logistics purposes.
Gotcha. I understand. All right. So Mr. Jameson, I am going to set that as I indicated on January 5th at 9:30 in the morning. I'm indicating that you must appear, but that you will be appearing virtually like we're doing now. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I want to tell you what I'm doing on this form so that when you see the requirement that you appear, you understand that means that I just mean you have to make it to video court. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't know exactly what it looks like for you because it's a new form that we're using. So hopefully it'll be fine.
He must be hopping mad, Deb. You guys are home. I love your jokes
All
in
right.
chat. Oh, Mayor. Oh.
So I think I have to do this. Oh, maybe not.
I'm skipping ahead, and yet nothing. Smelly, no worries.
All right. I think I've done everything. Council, go ahead and take a look at that and see if I have completed everything in the form you think that I need to before I sign it. As we've learned, that can be problematic.
So where did Megan go?
And while you're looking at that form, I'm going to go back and do the warrant recall form as well.
Judge, this is out of control. I'm so excited for my ramen. We need to move this on.
Is
In now or also, Mr. Parent, did you ask Mr. Jameson if he wanted to receive notice by email?
no, I did not ask actually.
Mr. Jameson, do you want to receive a notice by email or by mailing from the court?
Email works best for me, Your Honor.
Can you chat that to Mr. Parent, and Mr. Parent, I'll have you add that in and check the box. So we're live streaming to YouTube, which is why I don't want you to say what your email address is.
And
Right.
Your Honor, if I did not receive the address, if Mr. Parent can just send it to me at some point, I can update it in JIS later.
All right.
Okay. I sent it to the administrator/host. So I should.
Okay. Yeah, if you can just email it, it's just that way.
Okay, sure.
Better. Thank you.
All right.
All right. And then Mr. Jameson, go ahead and send Mr. Parent the email address so we can add that in.
I'm not sure how to do that on here, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. In that case, we'll just go ahead and mail this to you at the new address we get, and then we can get that updated at a later time. Okay?
Okay, that works.
All right. So we'll do that. And so then I'm going to go ahead and sign. If Mr.
Hi, Lisa. I was just saying that I had a weird day today, so oh, I see a message from you now. And so you know what I'm saying. So we'll do it maybe next week. And we're also going to do a movie next week where we watch Grease because it's one of my favorite movies. And I'm excited about it. This court is going so slow today. We're going to give her another, I'm going to say 10 minutes, and then we will see how we do if I need to switch. That's what I'm looking at on my phone.
Parent has the opportunity to review and determines that this document does in fact comply with my oral ruling today, do you give him permission to mark an X on the signature line on your behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So with that, I think that should.
Lisa, I think what you need to prepare is knowing the states and their capitals. I'm not going to practice any, I don't think, but I'm just going to go by my knowledge now. But what my plan is to have a video that we can watch together and go like that. That was my whole plan. And you can see why when it didn't formulate today in my brain properly. final yet. But anyways, we'll connect on that. Yeah. Also, what'd you have for dinner? And is there a lot of snow on the ground? It's very cold here.
Complete this matter. We'll see you on January 5th at 9:30 in the morning by Zoom. Good luck to you. I am familiar with the process you're going through, not personally, but as a family member. And so it's an adjustment, but hopefully things will work out well for you. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
You too.
We're ready to address the 929 matters when the court is.
Of snow,
right,
chicken noodle
thank
soup,
you.
yum. Homemade better.
Here. All right. Court is ready. Thank you, Ms. Pimentel.
We have Ms. Harrington here. I'll let her introduce herself for the record as we do have 3 interpreter matters to address.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sheila Harrington, Washington State Certified Court Interpreter for Spanish.
No, no, Sheila. No, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not. All the time I do. I'm not going to do that today. We're going to skip the interpreters. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I don't want to. That's mostly the problem, is that I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not. No.
All right. So with that, Mr. Solis, we'll see you on November 17th. Take care.
Okay, sir. Check yourself, please. All right, Miss, coming up. See if that, please.
And you're in the last matter that was physically transported is Miss Lott. That's cause number 3A0731135. On for arraignment. Count 1 is an allegation of knowingly possessing a controlled substance. Count 2 is an allegation of theft in the 3rd degree. We did go over the maximum penalties for the charges. We also discussed the rights at arraignment form. Again, she did give me permission to attach an ex parte indicating that she didn't have any additional questions. And we did go over the public defender screener as well. I do believe based on the representations that she would qualify for counsel, and we are prepared to move forward with the arraignment.
All right, I have it. Let's start off this way. Ms. Lott, good morning. Is Latanya Wayne Lott your true name?
Yes, ma'am.
And am I pronouncing your first name properly?
You are.
I have had a chance to review the request for court-appointed counsel, and I do find that you are eligible at no expense, and I will attach my signature to that document.
I'm just upping her hair. Sometimes I do this.
With regard to the rights form, it looks like you gave Ms. Pimentel on the form called the Statement of Defendant's Rights at Arraignment. It looks like you gave Ms. Pimentel permission to mark an X on the signature line on your behalf. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand your rights?
I do.
All right. Then I will move on. Ms. Pimentel.
Well, acknowledge receipt of the complaints, waive formal reading, and enter pleas of not guilty.
All right, not guilty plea will enter. The court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports, did make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
City is requesting to maintain the $2,000 bail. Ms. Lott currently has 16 lifetime failure to appears. City is also requesting standard conditions that Ms. Lott does not return to Fred Meyer. We're also requesting that Ms. Lott abstain from non-prescribed drugs as well as a soda order.
Ms. Pimentel.
There's no objection to standard conditions. She did indicate, and we did discuss the state of drug area order. I do see there is prior history there. We did discuss, she indicates that she's already reached out to one of the social workers in the jail, and she is planning on going to the diversion center when she is released. Looks like you can see there was quite a bit of period of time where she had.
A soda order is stay out of drug area. So, and she's already not, I'm gonna have a problem here. This is the third, my hair is so long, I can knot it 3 times. Anyways, also, hi Erica, thank you for being here. I heard that in jail, this is not related to Erica, it sounded the same, it's not. They don't give hair elastics.
No history at all. So it sounds like she's trying to get into housing and get some treatment. I would note, it looks like until that Edmonds case, she hadn't had a failure to appear since 2018. So she is hoping court will give her an opportunity to be released on her own recognizance. Hopefully she can get into some treatment. And obviously we'll need to keep in contact. I believe this is a conflict for my office. This is a co-defendant case. I believe we have seen the co-defendant. That's my recollection, but Madam Clerk may remember that. I can try and verify that now.
All right.
It doesn't appear that you are currently appointed on the conflict case at this time,
Then we'll take
unless he's on a different matter, but on
this. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
All right. All right, Ms. Lott, quite frankly, given the failure to appear history, I was prepared to grant the city's request to set bail, but Ms. Pimentel pointed out there's only been one in what appears to be about the last 5 years. So I'm going to take a chance that you're going to make it to court. All right.
Thank you.
But I'm going to set this matter for an in-person pretrial on November 30th at 2:30 in the afternoon. You're going to need to appear in person at the Bothell Municipal Court. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see if it will let me do that. There we go. The conditions of release are going to be that you have no new criminal law violations for which there's probable cause. Make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment because they can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you in just a moment. Make sure that you have no new criminal law violations for which there's probable cause. Only use your true name and date of birth. Do not possess, consume, or have under your control any controlled substances without a validly issued prescription in your name. And do not go on the property of Fred Meyer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm also going to issue the stay out of drug area order for the city of Bothell. Sounds like Ms. Pimentel went over that with you. I understand that going to any of those locations is a new criminal law violation. It's a gross misdemeanor with a maximum possible penalty, 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And it doesn't matter how legitimate your reason for being there is. Okay.
Yes.
If you need to be able to go there, you need to make sure that you let Ms. Pimentel know so she can ask permission from me and I can give you that permission, then it's okay. But if I don't give you that permission, it's a new criminal law violation. All right. Grounds for law enforcement to stop you, contact you, and potentially arrest you. All right.
I understand.
All right.
Yeah, and a drug area is so a drug area is set up by police departments and courts and in conjunction usually with social services societies. And they literally draw out, some places call it a red zone, some places call it a drug area, some places call it downtown. But there's a literal map drawn out. It's usually like, I think the one in our city is like 8 square blocks. And it's basically entirely for this type of thing where it's told to this person, given to them, and then they're told to stay out. But there's no actual, there's no signage. Nobody's gonna, it doesn't change the street signs or anything. It's all on paper, as far as I'm aware. And it's usually set by local governments in conjunction with police forces and court systems. So they've said stay out of drug area. There's already a drug area that's been set up for them to know, You guys like this shirt. It's fucking freezing here, Lisa. I'll unzip it, but it's fucking freezing cold.
You might guess that I emphasize that a little bit because I see so many people back before me, right?
Yes.
All right. And I'm just making sure that I mark all the appropriate boxes so that you do actually get released. All right.
Megan's back, different view.
Did I miss anything that I should have included? While Ms. Pimentel's reviewing that, if she does find that the written order does comply with my oral ruling here today, Ms. Lott, do you give her permission to mark the signature line on your behalf?
I do.
All right.
I think that looks fine.
All right. So with that, I have signed it, and Ms. Lott will see you on November 30th, 2:30. Make sure you get that Edmunds matter taken care of as well. Okay?
Your Honor,
Yes.
can we review the Garcia matter? The jail is saying that the order says only that PC is found. So the box needs to be checked that he's being released.
Ugh. So many boxes to check. Abby, you don't think there is a drug area jail?
Okay, try it now.
There we go. All right. I did miss that checkbox. All right. And that removed his X, Ms. Pimentel, if you want to take care of that.
We should be done at the holding cell.
I think that has been taken care of now. So unless there's anything else, let's go ahead and proceed with the individuals who are here, and we'll come back and address the individuals who are not transported.
Mr. Parent has a number of matters that are ready.
All right. Looks like we have Miss Alexander here. Good morning, Miss Alexander. You're here for arraignment, so is Megan Watwana Alexander your true name?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
How'd I do on the middle name?
Pretty good. Better than most.
All right. Mr. Parent, what are we doing today?
We have a resolution, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Yale?
The city moves to amend driver with license suspend the 3rd degree to no valid operating license in the 2nd degree and agreed penalty of $200 under RCW 46.20.015.
And no objection, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Alexander, is that what you would like to do today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to get you to resolve your case this way?
No, ma'am.
All right, so I will accept the city's motion to amend to the infraction of no valid operator's license. In the 2nd degree, I will accept your stipulation as committed to that infraction, and I will impose the agreed upon penalty of $200. I will allow that you can do payments towards that, do community service hours, or a combination thereof, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, take care.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Next, we have Brian Silva, also on the 10:30.
Can I just log out now or what?
Yep, you can go ahead and hit leave and just call back into the court to set up that payment plan, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Silva, if you're there, go ahead and, there we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Silva, you're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Brian Franca Silva is your true name.
Yeah.
How'd I do on pronouncing your first name? Was it correct?
Yeah, Brian.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Mr. Parent, what are we doing?
And we have a resolution of this matter as well.
Then he moves
And
to amend
that's
driver's
because- hold
license,
on.
then the third degree to no valid operating license in the second degree.
Fucking Sarah. I'm no offense to anybody named Sarah, but Sarah has never had anybody say, "Is that how you say your name, Sarah?" Okay? She doesn't understand. Now, Brian has been put into a bad position by his parents because his name is Brian, but they spelled it Brayyan. Okay? So all they did was just basically subject the child, and now adult, to a lifetime of this experience. And they didn't even go for a unique pronunciation. I mean, if you're going to have a unique name, you can't just have it sound the exact same, but be spelled all fucking weird. That's weird. I mean, whatever. Do whatever you want. Just think of the kids.
An agreed penalty of $200 under RCW 46.20.015.
And Mr. Silva has no objection to that.
Mr. Silva, is that all correct?
Yeah.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to get you to resolve your case this way?
Yes, ma'am.
They have?
No.
All right. Just to be clear, has anyone made any threats or promises to get you to resolve your case this way?
My mom.
Mr. Silva?
Can you repeat that, please?
Has anyone made any threats or any promises other than the promise to amend to get you to resolve your case this way? Have they threatened you or have they promised you anything?
No.
Okay. Then I will accept the city's motion to amend to the infraction of no valid operator's license second degree. I will accept your stipulation as committed to that infraction, and I will impose the agreed upon penalty of $200. I will allow that you can do payments towards that, do community service hours, or a combination thereof. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. That should conclude this matter. You're free to leave. Just go ahead and call back into the court to set up that payment plan. Okay? Or we'll mail you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Am I-
Yep, you can go ahead and hit the leave button. Take care. Next matter.
Next, we can take Bert Taylor.
All right.
Mr. Taylor, go ahead and unmute.
That's on the 11 o'clock calendar. Good morning, Mr. Taylor. Can you unmute your microphone for me, please?
Unmute, Mr. Taylor. Also, are you in a...
Sorry about that. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, you're here for arraignment. So the first thing I need to do is confirm that Bert Ellsworth Taylor is your true name.
Yes, it is.
All right. And before we get too far into this, I do see that you've requested court-appointed counsel, and based on the information provided, I will make a finding you do qualify at no expense.
Thank you.
Mr. Parent.
Your Honor, Mr. Taylor and I had a chance to meet in the breakout room. He understands the nature of the charges against him as well as the maximum penalties. We also reviewed the advice of rights form. He understood all of his rights and had no questions for me. We waive formal reading of the complaint, enter a plea of not guilty, and he would request Zoom hearings to the extent possible.
All right. Mr. Taylor, I do see that you gave Mr. Parent permission to mark an X on the signature line on your explanation of rights form. Did you understand all of your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. He's indicated a plea of not guilty on your behalf, which will enter at this time. I have had an opportunity to review the police reports. Do make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
The city's requesting standard conditions.
No objection.
Mikey was having a family emergency and had to travel to see his daughter, Lisa. So, and she's pregnant, and then she was in the hospital. So everyone is sending positive vibes. As of right now, she's being taken care of, and he's on the way, or he's there, I think, and with her. So I'm sure that he would appreciate all of the nice vibes and prayers that we can send his way. And he skipped members only or whatever. That'll be next week. So I think that's what Bradley is mentioning. Right, Bradley? But yes, positive vibes. And also for Miss Crystal, who I spoke with this morning. Well, I didn't speak with her. She messaged me. I messaged her back after her surgery. So hopefully she's doing well too. Thoughts and vibes and good vibes to everybody.
All right. All right, Mr. Taylor, I am going to release you on your personal.
And sorry, Melanie, did I miss the so people were fucking in your workplace? Hold on, I gotta go back. So gross misconduct, fucking in the cooler, BJ in the by the dumpster on tape. What's the big deal about that? Were they on break? In the cooler? I mean, near the food, I guess, is probably not good. If it's near food. But you know me, I'm never gonna, no. Someone who isn't me has definitely never had sex at a workplace. That would be wholly inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address. Have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause. Make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment, because they can't help you if you're not talking to them, right?
Yes.
Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you here in just a moment.
As long as there was no power dynamic, I would also not fire anybody for that. I would bring them in and say it's inappropriate, ask them not to do that again, but I wouldn't fire people for that. Who narked on them? That's my question. Because that's who I might fire. The person who came and like narked. Because I'm that kind of boss.
Do not drive unless you are properly licensed and insured, and do not operate a motor vehicle, any motor vehicle, without a functioning ignition interlock device as long as one is required by Department of Licensing. All right?
Yes.
Well, Melanie, who you really need to fire then is the manager who allowed that to be viewed. That's the no-no. I don't know. I'm partial to allowing people to have sex in the workplace. I think I campaign that all workplaces should have a special room for people to fuck in.
With that, I will set this matter as requested to a Zoom calendar, which will be November 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. And your trial date will be in the January trial term. But again, your next court date will be that November 27th date. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And And just,
I would reprimand them, but I don't think I would fire them.
I think I, oops.
You gotta have,
All
you
right.
gotta figure out how to not get caught. Let me
Thank
tell you,
you
I never been
to
caught.
whomever who got everything ready for me. If everybody's fine, I will go ahead and sign this document.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll see you back here on November 27th. If Mr. Parent finds that this does comply with my oral ruling to give him permission to put an X on the signature line on your behalf.
Yes.
All right. Then we'll see you on November 27th. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Next, it looks like we have Johnny Anderson.
Johnny Anderson, come on down. You're the next contestant on Balls Court.
All right, that's also off the 11 o'clock calendar. Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
The hat's moving, the lighting is
You're
horrible.
here
Just
for
wait.
arraignment, so I need to confirm that Johnny J. Anderson is your true name.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And give me just a moment.
We definitely, like, first, oh my God, look at freeze frames on him. First of all, what kind of fucking phone is he using to get these, Mr. Anderson? But also, can we just decide that he definitely works at NASA, right? He's wearing a NASA hat, must work at NASA.
Mr. Anderson,
Good morning, ma'am.
you're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Johnny J. Anderson is your true name.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And give me just a moment here because I'm catching up. It looks like you've asked to be
Johnny
considered for
J.
court-appointed counsel. About how much do you pay per month for housing?
Right now, I'm paying $800 a month.
Okay.
Pete.
So initially, I'm going to make a finding that you do qualify for court-appointed counsel, but it's going to be with a payback. What I'm going to have you do is there'll be a more complete form for you to complete to tell me more about your expenses. Until I receive that, I'm going to say that you're going to pay back $250, but I'll reconsider that once you've submitted that. Okay.
Tell you what, thank you.
All right. With that, Mr. Parent.
And Your Honor, Mr. Anderson understands the nature of the charge against him as well as the maximum penalties. We also reviewed the advice of rights form. We understood all of them and had no questions for me. We waive formal reading of the complaint, enter a plea of not guilty.
All right. Mr. Anderson, I do see on the statement of defendant's rights that you did give Mr. Parent permission to put an X on the signature line for you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I also see that you have sorry, for some reason it's not allowing me to, hold on, let's try this again.
Take time.
Give me just a second here. Sometimes
Take
this
time.
system works and sometimes.
I hear you.
So Mr. Parent, it's not allowing me to edit for some reason. And
Yeah.
I see that Mr. Anderson has provided an email address. Did you mean to check the box on his behalf that he would like to receive his notices by email?
That'd be awesome.
I'm sorry?
That'd be awesome. I appreciate that. Email's good.
So
He said that'd be awesome, and they didn't understand him.
Mr. Parent, if you're able to check that box.
Yes, let me take a look.
I will close. Oh, it's already been archived. That's what the problem is somehow.
Let me go in. It shouldn't have been archived, Your Honor. Hold on, let me. That happened.
I am inbox. Notice is sent by email, and then let's go ahead. A plea of not guilty on your behalf, which we'll enter at this time. Court has reviewed the police reports to make finding a probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
The city is requesting standard conditions as well that Mr. Anderson abstain from non-prescribed drugs. City is also requesting a soda order. Mr. Anderson does have prior possession charges in 2017 and 2019.
I don't. What's up? Okay. Okay.
And Mr. Anderson has no objection to standard conditions. We would ask the court not to impose a soda order.
Mr. Anderson, what's going on?
My phone just went small on it. Okay. There it goes. Went small on me. See, sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Parent.
So we have no objection to standard conditions. We'd ask the court not to impose a soda order. I didn't notice any drug possession charges. I think there may have been a paraphernalia, but
no drugs.
Well, and possession of drug paraphernalia should have been cleared from his record, quite frankly.
It was a clean rig years ago.
She's a NASA scientist. Don't you see the hat? Vicky was here earlier. I think she said she was she was going to be lurking.
And I guess other than the 2 possession of drug paraphernalia charges, what does the city relying upon for the?
There's never ads on these videos, Mike. Denali, Mike. If there's ads, I ain't getting paid for it. But I know you.
For the stay out of drug.
Just the 2 prior drug paraphernalia possession charges as well as the charge itself.
All right. So I guess I don't know why his possession of drug paraphernalia charges have not been reversed given the ruling in Blake. So that's something, Mr. Anderson, you can discuss with your public defender, but at this point in time,
thank you.
Well, and also they're not brand new, we'll put it that way. All right. So, Mr. Anderson, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to release on your personal recognizance of the following conditions.
Well, if you notice, there's no ads on this channel. First of all, they don't make you watch them on every channel. That's not the case. I pay for YouTube Premium so that we can watch this, but go ahead and watch court. You'll never get an ad on a live court stream, ever. It's just not monetized.
You need to notify the court in person or hold on. Mr. Anderson, is there a way that you can stop walking?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for me. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address, have no new criminal law violations, probable cause, make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment because they can't help you if you're not talking to them, make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you here in just a moment. Have no new criminal law violations for which there's probable cause, in case I didn't say that already.
Oh, no, hold on. Law and Crime is not a court stream. Law and Crime is a monetized channel where you will absolutely get ads. I'm talking about this court stream. If any of you go and watch these, and here's the thing, I get that you guys like that app, but it's literally against terms and conditions for me to promote that or talk about it, because it's trying to subvert YouTube Daddy. So I appreciate that you really like it, but you have to be careful about that because that's the kind of stuff they do watch for. Because they like their money. So like Discord, perfect place to talk about those things. YouTube chat, not so much.
Use only your true name and date of birth if contacted by law enforcement officer. Do not possess.
Yeah, regardless if it's streaming live court or not, Lisa Figlicious, Law and Crime Network gets paid a lot of money by YouTube. So there would be ads on there. Even, even for just streaming live court, because that channel is monetized. Lots of channels are monetized. There's nothing wrong with being a monetized channel. One day this channel will be monetized. I don't know what day that will be, but it will be. And well, they could ban me for life, Lisa. I mean, I get it. I'm just explaining why I can't like promote an app like that.
Possess, consume, or have under your control any controlled substances without a validly issued prescription in your name. I am not going to require the soda order at this time, but do not come back before me with new drug-related charges because the city's argument will be substantially stronger in that circumstance, right? Whoops, your microphone got muted.
There's it. I said I will not, ma'am.
All right. And with that, I'm going to set, looks like there's a request for Zoom again. Is that?
Your
That's fine.
Honor,
I worked a lot, so yeah.
Your Honor, most of the in-persons are full until
okay.
December, so we're setting to the Zoom.
All
Unless
right.
there's a reason we can't.
All right. Well, then in that case, thank you. So with
Thank you
that,
very much.
then we'll set this to November 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. That's a Zoom calendar. We'll need to appear again as we're doing. Do me a favor and find a place where you can be stationed.
And that's why I can get banned, Lisa. I do all of this for pretty much free. I mean, some of you are very generous and send me things with the links, and I really appreciate that. And one day I might be able to ask for sponsors, but I do this because I really like hanging out with you guys too. I mean, I'm pretty weirdly reliable. Anyways, let's finish this off. This guy is like probably the reason that the shuttle went down. MB.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll make sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Let me do one more quick thing there and gotta make sure I check all the boxes. So give me just a moment here.
Yeah.
That Mr. Anderson, if Mr. Parent does find that the document complies with my oral ruling here today, will you give him permission to put an X on the signature line on your behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So with that, that should conclude this matter. We'll see you back here on Zoom on November 27th.
Thank you very much, dear.
Oddly reliable in
take him
very
as,
few circumstances.
Duty now?
A duty map? A poopy map? What?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't say your goddamn name. Yelizaveta? Yelizaveta? How would you say it? Yelyzavets. Is it S or A? It's an A. A. Also, yes, oddly reliable. Put that on my tombstone. Oddly reliable in very few situations.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. How do you pronounce your last name? Actually, how do you pronounce your name?
Yelizaveta.
but I go by Lisa because it's very complicated, Your Honor.
Yelizaveta Dudina?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
That's your true name?
But I go by Lisa. Lisa's, how do you feel about that? Oh, yes, we are, YouTube Daddy. Make sure you hit the like button. You know how much you like that.
Your name?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. And I'll try to make a note that you go by Lisa, but in the meantime, I needed to confirm your name. So good morning.
Hello.
All right, I have had a chance to just take a really quick look here really quickly. It looks like you're requesting court-appointed counsel. About how much do you pay per month in housing?
In housing, I pay $200.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is that I am going to make a finding right now that you do qualify for court-appointed counsel, but I'm going to have you reimburse $100. There will be a form that you can fill out to give me more information about your expenses. Once I get that, then I can reconsider whether you do need to reimburse or not. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So, but at this point, I am going to make that finding that you do qualify. All right. So with
Woo!
that,
Drive
Mr.
safe, Donna.
Parent.
Owen got 3 touchdowns. Woohoo! Go Owen. Oh, I was thinking of you because Creed got the cowbell and you have your cowbell. Just thinking about you, Miss Donna.
And Your Honor, she and I had a chance to meet in the breakout room. She understands the nature of the charge as well as the maximum penalties. She also understands her rights, had no questions about them. We waive formal reading of the complaint, enter a plea of not guilty.
All right. And Mr. Dina, I do need to confirm, I see that you gave Mr. Parent permission to put an X on the signature line on the rights form, but I do need to confirm that you did understand your rights.
I do understand, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Parent has indicated a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and so that not guilty plea will enter. The court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports and did make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
City is requesting standard conditions as well that Ms. Dudina abstain from non-prescribed drugs.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. Dudina, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following condition. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address. Hello, where'd you go?
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I live in a dorm, so.
Okay. So notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address, have no new criminal law violation for which there's probable cause, make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment. They can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you in just a moment. Do not possess, consume, or have under your control any controlled substances without a validly issued prescription in your name. All right. I think that's everything. We're going to set this matter for another Zoom hearing on November 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. That's going to be your pretrial. Your trial date will be in the January trial term, but your next court date is going to be on November 27th. So we'll see you back here at that time. Make sure you make an appointment again with counsel so that you know what's happening at that time. Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I think that concludes everything unless I've forgotten something. Counsel?
I don't believe so.
All right. So we'll see you on November 27th. Take care.
Thank you.
Next
You
we
guys
we
are
have
dirty. I
Maximus
love it.
Gomez.
Good morning, Mr. Gomez. If you could unmute your microphone and turn on your video.
How you doing, Judge? How you doing, Your Honor?
Very good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right. You're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Maximus de Jesus Gomez is your true name.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And sorry, give me just a second to catch up here. We're using a new system, and every once in a while, I forget where I need to be.
Take your time, Your Honor, no problem.
There you are. All right. Mr. Parent, it doesn't look like there's a request for court-appointed counsel.
We started going through the form, and based on his income, I didn't think that he would qualify.
All right. So based on that, Mr. Gomez, if you do wish to be considered for court-appointed counsel, there will be a form that you can submit to the court. Mr. Parent probably has a decent idea of what qualifies and what doesn't, but you can feel free to do so. Otherwise, I would recommend you get, if you are going to hire counsel, that you get on that very quickly, because their calendars fill up very quickly, just like court-appointed counsels. So you want to have someone on board as soon as possible. Okay.
Thank you for the tip, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Parent.
And Your Honor, Mr. Gomez and I had a chance to meet in the breakout room. He understands the nature of the charge against him, as well as the rights listed on the advice of rights form. He also understands the maximum penalties for this offense. We waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty.
Not guilty plea will enter. Court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports, did make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
The city's requesting standard conditions.
Mr.
No
Parent?
objection, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Gomez, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in, excuse me, in person or in writing of any change of address. Have no new criminal law violations for which there's probable cause. Make an appointment with your attorney. Make it to that appointment, because they can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you here in just a moment. Only use your true and correct name and date of birth when or if you have any contact with law enforcement. I think that's it. I am going to release you. There we go. We're going to set this matter for pretrial. We're going to set it by Zoom again, if that's okay.
No problem.
All right, so we'll set it to November 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. And your trial date will be in the January trial term, but again, your next court date, November 27th at 2:30. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, we'll see you then. And just checking one more thing. Yep. All right, I will sign this. And I believe that will conclude this matter.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Take care.
You have
Your
a good day.
Honor.
You too. Yes.
The jail, we have two more things we need to address. Velasquez Lopez.
Oh dear.
On that order, there's no bail amount. It just is the PC found.
Oh dear. And what did we set as bail amount on that? Do you recall? Or did we?
He was PR'd.
Oh. Okay.
So
I just need-
the box, yeah, something needs to be checked.
I have now checked that, which probably removed his signature, but.
And then also on Garcia. So he was released, you checked the box for charge 2, but the charge 1 box also needs to be checked.
All right. Whoops. This is still an archive on Garcia.
We are not going to watch them administratively butcher the rest of this. I did not hear back yet from Miss Crystal, but I did hear from her this morning. I'll reach out again I would imagine she's going to take some time to recover. So, you guys, I know it's been a short one today, but there's good news in that. I heard a rumor that Mr. Colin was going to do another live stream tonight, and that he had something feisty, or what did he say? It was wow, or I don't know. Regardless, maybe go check that out. I am going to go make my ramen and have that. I hope that you all had a wonderful evening. Hey, take your meds because I didn't say it at any point today. Take your meds and remember that I love you. I'm proud of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Also, do they have any sites with like special beaver stuff? Hit me up in the Discord.